Hey, I'm Joe,
And I'm Karen,
and we're with M&M Income Tax Service, and we're back with another tax topic,
or tax tip.
and hopefully it's going to answer one of your questions. What are we going to talk about today?
Well, we're getting the question, can I get an advance or does the government shutdown affect that too?
Absolutely. Well, can they get in advance? What they got to understand is that the banks, tax banks, don't have anything to do with the IRS. Okay? Shutdown. Okay?
Yes.
It's the IRS that shut down, not the tax banks. In other
True.
words, can you go down the street and is Wells Fargo open?
Yes.
Absolutely. Is Bank of America open? Yes.
Yeah.
These aren't your local banks when we're talking about tax banks, but they're banks that are actually real banks like that out there in the world. So Karen, let's go ahead and look at the tax banks a little bit more in depth.
Well, there are about 5 tax banks that specialize in tax advances or loans.
Absolutely, and they're still open and they're still doing business.
Yes.
And their product's more valuable than ever now that the government
Sure.
shut down, was you're not sure when that refund's going to come out.
And the tax banks have programs this year that enable you to get from $500 to $6,000 of your refund money in advance.
Absolutely, and at M&M Income Tax Service, we always pick the best bank for our customers because we know if you get that advance approved, that helps you bridge the gap between Christmas and when you actually get your tax refund.
True. And 75% of the advances and loan requests get approved. The approval and declines are generally based on refund history.
Absolutely, and let's stress that 75% approval. That's if you come to M&M Tax.
That's right.
We see a lot of other tax offices out there, and their approval rates aren't anywhere close to what our approval rates are. Our approval rates are about 25% higher than most of them. And when we're talking about the approval decline, it's based on refund history. A lot of times, our customers think, well, it's based on credit history. I'm not going to get approved.
Not going to get it.
That's not true. It's based on refund history. In other words, refund history is, did you get your tax refund last year in full? If so, you're probably going to get approved for that.
True.
Okay? And the other thing they actually look at is your tax return. In other words, was it a quality prepared tax return or not? The banks can actually tell. They got enough experience to know if that tax return is prepared quality or not.
Yeah.
And if it's not quality, they're not going to approve the request.
So really, with the government shutdown, these advances have become more valuable than ever, John.
Absolutely. We're not sure when the IRS is going to actually open up, send those refunds out. So if you need access to your tax money now, before the IRS actually opens up and sends those refunds out, you might want to look at it in advance this year, Karen.
That's right. And just remember, advances are actually loans, and they generally get repaid with the proceeds of your tax refund. They're not really your tax refund.
Absolutely. The IRS sends the money out to the tax bank pays the loan back, and you actually get the remainder. Now, Karen, when should they actually get the remainder?
You'll receive the remainder of your refund once the IRS officially releases your return, usually in about 21 days after you file.
Absolutely. So if you need access to your money now and you don't want to actually wait for the IRS to open up and send your refund out, come to M&M Tax and apply for an advance.
Well, Joe, that's our tax tip, our topic for the day.
Absolutely. And if you're in South Carolina, be sure to make an appointment or simply walk into one of our 36 locations.
And if that's not convenient for you, we can still help.
Simply visit our website and click on the Taxes Done for Anyone, Anywhere link. That's a link with our remote technology. It's as easy as taking a picture on your phone.
So add your questions and comments to our post and be sure to hit the like and share button.
Look for our answers to your questions in our upcoming segments.